Friday night just got legit retro Legends at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern on Papa Brad's Gaming. This Friday at the Metronome. There you go.
Get ready, gamers. Retro Legends is here. Your ultimate destination for high score battles, pinball wizardry, and classic arcade showdowns. Every week, we bring you the best in virtual pinball and classic arcade gaming, where you can compete for glory on live online leaderboards through iScored. You think you got what it takes? Step up and prove it. Because every Friday night we're throwing down with 2 legendary pinball tables and an all-time classic arcade game. And the best part, every giveaway and prize on this show will go straight to you, the gamers who are putting up and keeping the competition fierce. Because Retro Legends isn't just a show, it's a community, a place for arcade warriors to show up, compete, and keep that high score spirit alive. That's right, Friday night just got legit. And remember, choice in home arcade shows is good for everybody. More competition, more fun, more ways to level up your game. So hit that subscribe button, join the leaderboard, and let's make history, one high score at a time. This is Retro Legends. Welcome to Retro Legends. Friday night just got legit. And we have some great guests tonight. I'm going to bring in my first guest right off the bat. Welcome to Retro Legends. Of course, I'm talking about KaoticBPR. Great to see you, buddy. How you doing, Chaotic?
Doing good, man. Thank you so much for having me on the Friday night show.
It's been last time I saw you when we were together was pretty much Southern Fried Gaming Expo. And I'm so glad to finally have you on my channel. So I just want to welcome you to my channel and say you're always welcome over here at Papa Brad's Gaming.
Absolutely.
And,
same for you.
Before we get too much further, I want to tell everyone, if you're not subscribed to KaoticBPR, I have something. Please go to his channel and drop him a subscriber. He's almost at 1,000, and that 1,000 number, that's when the little pumpkin comes and takes you away, right? Like Cinderella. The little carriage pulls up, and you're going to the ball once you get to that point, right?
That's right.
You are so close, man. He just needs a tiny, tiny push. This was earlier this morning. I'm sure he might even be higher, but he's on 922. He's 78 subscribers
78
away from the 1K. And I know you're going to make it. And I just want to say it's a real honor and a pleasure to have you on the show. And I'm glad you're here. So welcome to the show.
It was an honor and pleasure to have you at 500. It's going to be an honor and pleasure to have you at 1,000, man.
Okay, man. Well, here we go. We got another person. No stranger to controversy. This show, you never know what's going to happen because here's kevgret. What's happening? Welcome to the show, kevgret.
Controversy? Me?
No stranger to controversy.
What's going on? Thanks for having me on. Hey, Chaotic, what's going on? I just went to check Chaotic. I swear I was subscribed to you, so you just got another subscriber. 923, baby. Let's go. Everybody subscribe. We're almost there.
And, the thing a lot of people don't know about you, kevgret, you're actually a pretty good gamer.
I try.
You put in some scores this week.
Yeah, well, you guys push. So this week. Let's give credit, Papa. You and Nix.
We have a pinball wizard here on this side.
Yes, we do.
We have an arcade gamer, but I'm a classic arcade gamer, but all of us, this man is the legend.
What's up,
Nix?
Hey, what's happening,
what's up,
everybody?
We got this guy. He is a sport chaser. He is competitive. If you talk about someone that's hard to beat. If you're playing a competitive game, NixReviews. Also, subscribe to his channel. But we've just gotten through a brutal week of playing this game.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Rage-inducing at times.
Killing me.
Mm-hmm.
A brutal week
Love
of
it, though.
Berserk. I am going to do some huge giveaways for the people that actually, this is the show. This might be the only show. We only reward the people that play the games. So, like, if you want to get one of our sweet rewards we're giving away, you have to play the game. That's a novel idea, isn't it, kevgret?
Isn't it weird how that works? A
Yeah,
retro gaming show where you show up
You
and
have to
play
a game?
games?
I mean,
What the?
Oh, yeah.
what the,
Man.
That's right. Robot. That's right. Okay, so let me go and we're just going to kick off by announcing the scores of Berserk. We'll get that out of the way. Then we're going to introduce some new games in a minute. But here's the scores. We had Kristen Steps, high scores on tap, YO, Retro Tech X, Chaotic BPR, whoop whoop, on the leaderboards for Berserk.
Disclaimer: this is my first time ever playing Berserk.
Yeah,
It's not easy.
Okay, what'd you think of the game as a first-time player of the game?
I couldn't stop playing for a little while. Once I hit 1960, I was like, you know what? I think that's respectable. I'm gonna.
And this
cash
was
that
the
in.
game that Jarvis played before he invented Robotron. So if you like Robotron, this is like the precursor to it, which is a great game. We had a lot of players for this game, and these were the top dogs. We had Ace. Look at Carlo right up there. This is the top 5. Carlo, kevgret,
woo,
Sacro. Man, when Nix broke the 10,000 mark, I was like, good Lord. I have never seen above 10,000 on this game. And so he came up with this score. And literally, I must have played like 40 games of Berserk, kevgret. So I got that one magic game.
Yes.
Because when you get to the like the 10,000 level,
gotta get the boards.
It's like almost random because you got to get a good drop where like they don't have a beat on you right when you launch.
Yep.
And I did end up winning this one. This is probably the only thing I can win is these classic arcades. So, but Berserk, I'm glad to be the winner this week. We got T. McCloskey on the board.
Nice.
We got last week, if you've not seen the episode with House of Hounds, he was the winner of the Battle of the Streamers, which is a pinball competition with all the best AtGames pinball players. Go to his channel, drop him a sub. He's a great guy. And he is entered. Anyone that, if your name is on the boards, you're entered in a contest to win something great. And we're going to get to that later. Okay. So that's exciting. So, absolute fire on Berserk. We had really good competition. And let's just start off with something simple. I'm not going to make it too hard to start. Let's talk about this mug right here. What y'all think? This mug right here. What you think? Okay, I'm going to give everyone 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Paperweight.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. We'll start with you, kevgret. You can go first.
All right, 2 minutes.
So I can respond.
Whenever I went to the arcade growing up and they had that, it was always broken. I never really seen anybody play it. The game's 10 minutes long. The price is $300. This is a niche passion project for Shiloh. This is not for the general community. I don't see this selling well. He needs to put out his Golden Tee, his Crystal Castles, the pinball. He's announcing too many things. So I don't like this announcement at all for Shiloh. He's all geeked for it, but I don't think the community is. So that's what I have to say about that.
Actually, you did pretty good. That was under 2 minutes. So it's under 2 minutes.
I'm trying.
How about you, Chaotic? What do you think of the? Let's look one more look at it. The time traveler hologram game. What do you think about it?
So when I went to a pinball expo in Chicago, I got to see people playing this. Really cool, but I didn't really pay much attention to it because I didn't really understand what was going on. Watching Glenn's live stream earlier, I saw that it was a hologram, and it's kind of like a live action Dragon Slayer in a way, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of cool that they can do that. Like kevgret says, I think it's more of like a collector's item and not for like just anybody just to enjoy or anything like that. I don't see anybody really having nostalgia for that except for a certain amount of people, right? So I could just see like, I think it's cool. Like Shiloh wants to do stuff that's never been done before. So having a hologram on a 1/6 scale, if he can pull that off, kudos, man. Enjoy. That's a collector's item. That's just basically how
absolutely a collector's item.
Yeah.
I'll say a little bit about it. Time traveler for me. It was a Laserdisc game, but it was a full motion video Laserdisc game. I think those don't hold up as well as the ones that use animation. And the only thing I remember about it, it was a gigantic machine, but the actual images of the people you're playing were small.
Yeah.
It's like you had this gigantic monstrosity of an arcade, and the actual size of the players, it was small. You know, it was almost reminded me of like, remember in Star Wars when they're playing the chess on the Millennium Falcon?
Yep.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like that scene, but with a cowboy. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was not that impressed with it back in the day when I got the few times I played it. It did not really win me over. But that's just my opinion. But I'm curious also with the price. I mean, $400 retail, $300 at pre-order. It's very like $300. You're talking a Switch.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, is this as good as a Switch? And I know it's a different thing. It's a collectible, but I don't know if this has the legs. I would have picked a Laserdisc that was an animated one, like Cliffhanger, or like Super Don Quixote or Time Gal. Some of those ones that had animation. Are you a fan of Laserdisc games, Chaotic? I don't know if you're a fan of those. Like Dragon's Lair, Space Ace.
Dragon's Lair 2, Space Ace.
I love those. Yeah.
Was it Roadmasters or Road
Avenger or Road Blaster?
Yeah, that's the one. That's what I was thinking of. I like that one. Like this one does, like you said, Brad. It was so big, it took up so much space in the arcade.
Looks like a washing machine.
Was like pushing their
play the game. The little characters are like this big.
Yeah, everyone.
I know it was a hologram, but it was not very impressive.
Yeah,
you know?
And it's all white. It's like
have you ever seen this game? Next, what do you think about this game?
Nope, never seen it, never heard of it, and if
it's kind of a deep cut, right?
Yeah, and what is this supposed to be, like a 1/6 scale thing? That's just like a decoration piece. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, it's like the Replicade, right?
So is it playable?
Yeah, it's going to be playable. It's going to be playable if they make it, for sure. It's going to be playable.
That's a
hologram.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot.
That is a lot of money. Like, it is. And the thing is, how many people have retro nostalgia for this?
Yeah,
this is a very deep cut. I mean, and you know, the only thing I don't want to see them make it and have it like be like one of those things that where like it sinks the company. You know,
it should be a limited run.
Like a limited run.
Yep.
Video Game Vegas is a fan. He says time travel for life.
It should be a limited run, and it should just be up for orders, and then once it sells out, you shouldn't be like mass produce these things. It should
absolutely. We got a lot of our friends from the pinball community. We got Absolute Wizard Mode in effect. We got Mad Van Hand. We got House of Hounds. This guy, Battle of Streamers, Chilada Love. This guy's a wizard. Watch out, because this guy's going to be impressive this year. Video Game Vegas again, $300 for him. He loves Time Traveler. It's great addition to his home arcade. You have to see it to believe it. Yeah, well, I remember seeing it, and I was, you know, I do love Dragon's Lair and Space Ace, but to me, this game didn't pull those same heartstrings. I mean, because you had the Disney animation, right? I mean, you can't really beat someone that you know was animated for Disney that created a Laserdisc game. That was a tall bar, right?
Yeah. Yep, set the standard.
Steps Gaming, Time Traveler is the biggest ball announcement in home arcade history. I would probably agree. That took some guts. This is a deep cut, you know.
Really deep cut.
It sounds like they're going to do some polls and stuff to see.
Well, there was Brad, before I came on, I got an email from New Wave Toys asking if I would even buy this. So they're very concerned after the probably reception. They said, is the price too high and would you buy it? They were like two questions. So you guys probably got that too in your emails. Yeah. So he's already gauging interest.
And rightfully so. I mean, I do own the New Wave Toys Qbert, and I do like it. Do you have any Replicates, Brian, yet?
I got Food Fight.
You got Food Fight. And
nice.
Do you like it? I mean, I like the Qbert. I like it. But once again, it has nostalgia to me. It's a classic arcade game. So, like, I could kind of almost justify it because of the nostalgia. And you can't really get Qbert, right? No one's making a Qbert.
No.
No love for Qbert. The best I can get is the New Wave Toys. If I want to have a Qbert in my arcade with the, you know, diagonal facing joysticks, you know, it's kind of a weird game. You have to have the right controller set up to be able to play it correctly.
Yeah.
And so, does anyone else have anything else to say on this New Wave Toys mug?
Good luck.
Good luck. I wish him luck. That's true.
Yeah.
I wish. I just
Yeah.
want to get this straight. I want to get this straight. All these companies, I wish you luck. I wish you luck. One of the great things about home arcade is we're getting a lot of choice, and choice is good, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we want to have choice. You know, you don't want to have just one company. You know, having all these companies, it's good to have choice. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Let's welcome some people in the chat. Let me scroll up. Welcome to the show, Rayleigh Latori, Brooklyn Menace, Steps Gaming, Video Game Vegas, Pixelated Traveler, Michael Robinson, Shalada Love, my brother, my pinball brother. Wingo, welcome to the show. Mike's Mental Arcade, stay legit. Absolutely, we're going to stay legit right here. Nix is back. That's true. He's been on hiatus, but he's welcome in my show.
Oh,
Let's see. We got Brooklyn Menace again. We got Mad Ben Han, House of Pounds. Okay, we'll make sure I get everyone. We got Skull Joe here, OSG 86. Okay, everyone's saying hello. Okay, so we're just going to kick off our first segment, and not everyone's going to like all these segments, but we're gonna barrel through them quick. This is quick. I got my 2-minute timer, kevgret.
I'm
You're only
ready.
allowed 2 minutes. No long rants. Ready?
Let's go.
First topic. Okay, let me apologize in advance. The first one. Of course, we're going to talk about iconic arcade, the XXL machine, brand new competitor in the home arcade space. This is a Raspberry Pi 5 equipped arcade. Project led by John D., famous of Arcade 1-Up hype. Let's find out what the panel's opinions are of the iconic arcade, and we are off. And I'm not going to harp on this too much. I talked about it last week, but we do have a new guest. What do you think about this one, Chaotic BPR?
So I mean, it's cool, man, because I want to see more stuff coming into the home arcade space.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, more options, more choice, more competition can make better products, make other companies step up their game. So as for when it comes to Street Fighter and stuff like that, not really my thing. I already got my big blue right here. I'm happy with it. This is not something for me. I'm also curious about how the Raspberry Pi 5 works and how are you able to do ROMs? Are you going to be able to have us customize it, add more stuff to it? Or are you going to have some way to lock it out? You know, something like that. So that's just a heck of a lot more questions that I have than, you know, curious answers or whatnot. But I'm interested to see what comes afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. How about you, kevgret? What do you think about this? I'm going to give it. Wait a minute. Let me set this up.
I'm good.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, buddy. Hold on a second.
What?
Okay, you got 2 minutes
ready?
to tell
All
us. 2 free minutes to tell me exactly what you think.
Yeah, I'm for different things in the arcade community, but what does this bring that hasn't been brought over the last 5 years? Everybody, Chaotic just said it. He has his big blue. He doesn't need this. 90% of the community has a Street Fighter. I'm not sure that they're going to pick this up. And to Chaotic's point, can I put ROMs on this? There's so many questions about this. The price is a little too high. I do like the fact something new is here, but I don't think this is it. I don't think he's going to sell much because the community has 80 versions of this. So again, good luck to New Wave Toys and good luck, John D, selling this. It's not for me. But like Chaotic said, maybe another cab in the future. But even to that point, why would you want? If it's a Pi, just make the cabinet anything you want after you get it. So I don't see a need for this, Brad.
Okay. Any interest, Nix?
The way I see it, it's just another version of an arcade 1-Up, and in the fact that arcade 1-Up's been around for a number of years, and there's a number of these things out in the wild, different versions of it, artwork, skins, or whatnot. People can just buy these things on the used market for the shell, and just modify it and make their own and add ROMs and do whatever to it. The price exactly. It's a tall order to compete with what's already out there, and other options that people have.
There's a lot of competition, and a lot of people. We fill up our arcades, right?
Right.
Do you have how many empty spots do you have in your arcade right now? Like my stuff, like I feel like everything I have left, I absolutely love. So it's like, which one of my children am I going to sell to make a spot for something new? I'm at a point where like I like all the ones I have, so like it's kind of tough. Oh, that was a 2-minute timer for Kevgret. Kevgret, you did good. I didn't even have to use the timer.
Nope.
But hence
Not
the
yet.
reason for the multi-cade.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, I would argue that XArcade is even a better value at their price point because you can hook anything up to that, and the controls are good.
XArcade is great. It's fun.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about the ALU later on in the show. That's certainly a capable multi-cade. I had something fun I had to bring onto the show because we talked about this last week, and I remembered I had a clip, and I said the Raspberry Pi arcades, they've been done for a long time. Okay, this is from the Houston Arcade Expo, and I think this arcade was $230, and no one bought it. It ended up the last day it was still on the floor. I want to show this video.
Let's see.
Just to give you my opinion of what I think of Pi mod arcades. You ready? Here we go.
You put one hand in, you put one hand out, you put one hand in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about.
So, $280.
That is so bad.
It literally sat there, and I almost felt bad. I almost wanted to take it home. I was like, "This is only $280," but no one ended up getting it.
Brad, was there a riser included with that? It didn't look like it had a riser even with that for that price.
It did have light up buttons. It did have light up buttons,
but no riser.
It did have light up buttons. Let's just show it one more time and all its glory. This is a Raspberry Pi modded arcade 1-up. One more time in all its glory.
You put one hand in, you put one hand out, you put one hand in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about.
There you go.
Brad, you know what would have been the worst part of that? Watching that guy carry that back out to his car.
I can't imagine because he had to bring it to the Southern Fried to the Arcade Expo.
He's got to carry that out,
and then he had to drag that thing back home.
Can you imagine his wife? You're bringing that back in the house? Get that out of here!
And the thing is, awesome. I know that Chaotic BPR, you're into the modding, and I'm sure you've modded a lot of cabinets that are a lot nicer than the one I just showed. But my point was only like when I saw that I was like, the Raspberry Pi mod to me was like from a couple years ago. Like that's not pushing us too much forward.
No.
Right.
What do you think?
It's one of the things that we started with when we first got into this hobby.
Great when we started.
ETA Prime with his first video. Remember that, Chaotic?
Exactly. So like my second ever cab I ever had was the NBA Jam. Once that PCB died, I stuck a Raspberry Pi in it and I was able to play whatever I wanted to. I reskinned a cab twice to something else just to try to make me want to keep it. And eventually it got to the point where I was just like, somebody offered me their Dragon's Lair and I was like, easy trade.
What?
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. There we go. I'm sorry. We got a super chat. I don't know if you'll do this,
hokey pokey.
But for $1.99, she'll pay $1.09 to see you do a hokey pokey.
Well, as long as I get to keep the super chat, Brad, we all know Rexer doesn't share his super chats with me. So.
Well, you're entering the contest, so you might win because you actually play the games.
There you go.
Remember, only the people that play the games win on this show.
I'm going to get paid tonight, Rex.
You can play the game next week, and you can win. But you got to play the game. You got to play the game.
Love it.
Let me give a super chat video. Let's see. I'm gonna do this one. And a big thank you to Steps Gaming for that $1.99 super chat. So we're on to our next step. I feel like we all said our piece.
Yep.
I had lots of different opinions. Here's our next topic. Don't worry, they'll get better. They'll get better. It's a slow grind. We're moving to the better stuff at the end. Shout out to Mr. Home Arcade and his awesome Arcade 1-Up arcade. He has a bunch of other games, but a lot of Arcade 1-Ups. How do you feel about the state of Arcade 1-Up right now, Brian? KaoticBPR, I'm curious.
It's dead, man. It's gone, dude. Like it's been long gone. It's not for the faithful, the people who cared. It's mainly always been about new customers and stuff like that. The random people that see it on the shelves and stuff. But
yeah. So there's none of these. There's no deluxes are coming.
No
deluxes are coming. What do you think about this? Do you like that? Does that do it for you? I'm just curious.
Are we going backwards?
Oh my goodness! Oh my God. What happened to that cat? Is it on a diet?
Just when you think they can't get worse, they get worse.
They ruined the artwork on the side.
It's so bad.
And the 16:9 screen.
And it's just
no. And we're gonna flip the script. I don't want to come off as all negative about Iconic or Arcade or Arcade 1-Up, but I feel like I've kind of grown past them personally as an arcade gamer. But I think they can be amazing when you make a home arcade and you have a bunch of them. They're all different themes. What's your favorite Arcade 1-Up, KaoticBPR?
I really love my Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct.
It's what Code Mystics has did with that, with the code and the rollback and everything. Truly spectacular. So I appreciate that cab a lot. I got it further down the road now, but because I got this bigger stuff here, but it's one cab that I'll never get rid of because I don't see any other home arcade company doing what they did.
Yeah. I mean, you moved some man-size arcades, some real men arcades, ALU, 4K, right? Full-size arcades instead of the smaller stuff, which, if you're really pressed for space, I guess smaller is better. I did go through a purge where I got rid of most of my Arcade 1-Ups. At one time, I had as many as 8, which was a lot of Arcade 1-Ups. How about you, Nix? Did you do a purge?
Oh, yeah, I purged all of them but one.
You had a big Arcade 1-Up collection. Which ones did you have, Nix? Refresh my memory.
Oh, I can't remember, but
you had a ton of them.
I did, but I was left with the one of the unicorns. It's one of the Star Wars.
So you kept the Star Wars arcade.
Nice.
Okay, that is definitely one of my favorites.
The black edition with the coin door. I got that one.
Okay,
that's a good one.
Okay,
so
nice.
I'm hanging on to that one. Now that I love playing with that one's great.
Absolutely, Rexer Show. Please give half of the super chat to Nix.
Okay. One day.
Nix is eligible for the prize because he played the game. You got to play the game.
Yeah.
He's eligible to win a lot more than $1.99, but for sure. Okay. So I feel like the faithful are starting to lose faith. I mean, there are still channels that are like, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. Wait for it. It's coming. It's coming. They're coming down the road any day now. They're coming.
Keep it.
I don't think that it's coming. Because there just has not been a lot of movement, right? There's not been a lot of movement.
Brad, I've said this before. I just want to know what they do on a daily basis now. Like what does their employees come into work and do? There's nothing to be done anymore. They're not trying. I wonder how much employees are even at the company at this point. I mean, they're all gone, right? Cyrus, there's nobody there. So you kind of feel bad, but this is all self-inflicted, Brad. They grew too far too fast. They thought COVID, was going to continue that type of success. It just didn't do it. Too many releases in too many years. It's just it's classic. It's classic case, textbook example of how to just run before you walk. And I wouldn't be surprised
for something new, but they're gonna be waiting.
Well, that and the mistakes of the mass-produced titles. Blitz comes to mind.
Marvel vs. Capcom
and the marketing they spent on that.
Gameplay was
too much marketing. Yeah. Sponsorships at the Miami Dolphin Stadium. That's not cheap. They just
all those NFL Hall of Famers. For the commercials.
They get paid in that part of that union that they're a part of. Yeah. So.
And even Shaq too with the Shaq edition. NBA.
Okay, I think Chaotic wanted to say something. Let's let Chaotic talk.
Chaotic. I was just gonna say, let's wait till that Namco 45th year anniversary edition comes out and see what
it's coming.
That's gonna be.
Coming. Mm-hmm. It's coming, man. I do need to disclose. I need to disclose, kevgret.
What are we disclosing?
I am sponsored. I do have a insider agreement with the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Mountain Dew.
He's telling me to drink
Let's
some
go.
Mountain Dew and play some Monster Bash pinball. The creature from the Black Lagoon is definitely. I am a shill for the creature from the Black Lagoon, which we'll be talking about soon.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we can get behind that shilling, Brad, on that one.
Deb's Gaming says, do we collect particle board arcades? No, but I came from someone. I did have an addiction to particle board arcades. One time I had 8 of them, like I said.
Yeah.
And, I'm just trying to have a reality check with and I want to hear different opinions because I know my opinion is, but I respect someone like Chaotic coming on here, telling us his opinion. It could be totally different than mine. That's fine. And I understand some people, they just want to have that ambiance of having all those different machines with the sound turned on. And that does make it feel more like an arcade, But I'm just trying to give everyone a chance, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Steps. I can't believe I found that creature. I know it's Steps Gaming loves some Mountain Dew. She did some great Mountain Dew content. So I have a new segment, kevgret.
Uh-oh.
I have a new segment, okay? We're going to be the only home arcade show that's going to have retro babes on. Retro babes.
Let's bring them on.
The only home arcade show. There's no hotness on any of these shows. So we're going to introduce our first retro babe. And you can type it in the chat if you know who this is, because here comes the retro babe. Oh my goodness. All I gotta say is, how about that Starship Troopers pinball?
Oh, Brad, we're going to go to a PG-13 show here.
Yeah, seriously.
Know your foe. Oh yes.
He snuck in that Princess Leia.
Be a trooper. Be a trooper. Be a trooper. And that is officially our first retro babe. We're gonna have a different one each week. There'll be classic beauties. We're not afraid to go there because you know what? I remember Ray said it best. He remembers when women were women, and we were allowed to like hot women. And so we're gonna bring it back. Well, here on this show, we're gonna be a little politically incorrect. We're gonna have one retro babe per show.
Brad, I just got 2 words: wild things.
Wild Things was epic.
Wild Things, please watch that if you've never seen it.
It's absolutely
amazing with Bill Murray.
And there'll be a different retro babe each show. Here's our next topic. Okay, something we all love. We're changing it. We've been too negative, Chaotic. Give me a thumbs up, Chaotic.
Negative, Chaotic. Come on.
You ready to flip it? We're gonna flip the script. We're gonna be positive now. You ready to say some good stuff?
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
For
I
it.
am excited because here we go.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. If you've not played it, if you don't know, you don't know. But
Grab your
Walkabout
putter.
Mini Golf is absolutely a blast. We just got a new course. If you had a chance to play, we're gonna play it after the show. Code will be Retro Legends. You can join us and play some Walkabout Golf. But we'll be playing Walkabout Golf. I'll tell you a time when the show gets near the end, and we'll be playing Walkabout Golf after. Have you played the course yet, kevgret?
No, I was waiting. I know you said
No,
you wanted to
okay.
play it. I was going to go in fresh. I did read that
Uh-huh.
it's their largest course they've ever made,
Mhm.
and I'm hearing
been-
it's getting good reviews. So I am excited to
Mhm.
play after the show with everybody in the chat with Brad.
Mhm.
If Chaotic has VR, I'm not sure, but I know Nix will
Oh
be in
yeah.
there. I'm excited. Yeah, this
What
is
you think, Chaotic?
I bought it yesterday. I was gonna play it, but I never got a chance
Uh,
to. Ended up falling asleep. So
yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to being able to play it sometime this weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. The code's gonna be Retro Legends. We're gonna Nix. What do you think of the course?
It is fantastic.
Great.
They did a really
I have
great
to admit,
job
I've
on
already
it.
played it. I've already played through it once, so I've already
Mhm.
seen it. But I
Same
can
here.
tell you, if you're a fan of Walkabout Golf, you will not be disappointed. This is fantastic.
Nice.
Super awesome course. Just beautiful.
It's a journey. It's a
the
journey. This
immersion.
course.
Really?
You know, it
Yes,
just starts
it's a
off.
journey.
It starts off epic. You know,
Wow.
and so after the show, we'll all be playing Walkabout Golf, and we're on to our next segment. Wonderland Amusements, a new company from the designers that brought pretty much all the arcade one-up cabinets to us, are tackling making a 3/4 scale pinball machine, which they plan to kickstart on March 11th. It's based on Alice in Wonderland. I've been keeping a watchful eye on this. This is a topic that interests me. We're going to get the panel's thoughts on the Alice Goes to Wonderland pinball machine from Wonderland Amusements. Let's hear what everyone has to say. Can we go through and give everyone a chance to talk? I just want to talk about first, the Kickstarter starts March 11th, 2025. Hot news today, White Rabbit Early Bird Special, limit of 100 units, $799. That's for the early bird, the first 100 people. And then they also have a Mac Daddy one for $1,899.
Jesus.
It comes with Ron's accent, Mad Hatter's lighted topper, the Queen's Court, 3D character, Wonderland shooter upgrade, the pinball dust cover, and the Queen's Court playing cards. You cannot forget. You cannot forget those playing cards. Those are
Need
a
'em.
$20 value.
Need them.
$20 value.
And that dust
$20
cover.
value.
The barbecue cover.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna go one by one, and who wants to go first? No one's gonna step up, so I'm just gonna blow you up. But what do you think about the Wonderland pinball? It's gonna go right around the horn.
Oh, okay. Here we go. So this is something I've been excited for since Chicago when I first met the guys there, and they just had the empty shell. I came from an arcade one-up pinball, moved to the AtGames 4K pinball, but it has increased my infatuation with mechanical pinball. So when I found out that they were doing a 3/4 scale, I was super excited about it, and the more like updates they've been doing, I've been getting even more excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not all my concerns have been answered. I'm still worried about the D&D, the game code, call outs, voices. I need to hear that and I need to see that before I make my final decision. Plus, that front coin door needs to actually look like a coin door and not like a joystick or control panel.
Okay.
So.
Excellent. And kevgret, you're up.
Yeah, so I'm interested in this, but like Chaotic said, there's so many question marks. They did not announce anywhere in their Kickstarter how much shipping is.
Correct.
Furthermore, the Rexer Show, who goes right to the source, said today, will there be gameplay shown before this goes live? They responded and said the audio or game code are still a placeholder, and we have nothing to show you. That is a concern. Third, they've never delivered a pinball of this magnitude before. Fourth, it's a Kickstarter. Kickstarter by nature never deliver on time, and sometimes they don't deliver at all. So you have to factor all this in. I want to do a Kickstarter for this thing, but there's so many question marks right now with this. We did get a 1-year limited warranty, which was good. So.
And they did deliver under $1,000, which is also great too.
Well, if they put shipping in there, it'll still, shipping's going to be $200. I mean, this is heavy. This is heavy. And guys, you don't know how, well, I'm not going to say you don't know how business works, but they don't have a huge account that they can piggyback and get discounts off of. They're going to pay boutique prices to ship this to you. So if they engage a 3PL, they're just going to get the full cost. This is going to be $200 to ship. So now you're looking at $200 if you want the topper, you want all the other stuff. So expect to pay $1K. Expect to pay $1K for something you've never played, they've never delivered before. You don't know the game code before you put that 1G on your credit card. There's a lot of question marks right now.
A lot of question marks. What do you think, Nix? What do you think?
Well, it looks good, but yes, the price is astounding. Like, especially if you want. People would more likely want all the bells and whistles, but that $1,000 difference, for what they're offering, it doesn't seem like it's what you're getting, what that value is, that $1,000 upgrade. What was it, $1,800? What it was like, and then that's
$799 is if you're in the first 100, you can get it for $799.
Well, yeah, but even
early
then,
bird it. If you're going to get it, you're probably going to. This community that follows stuff so closely, most people in this community
we don't see any
gameplay.
We don't see any game code, nothing, and
no code. But they did show the game working. They did show the ball moving around.
Yeah, so and that's the thing. The shipping, like you bring up, like they're going to have to pay a premium because you don't want it. You don't want that thing banging around and stuff like that. It'll break the stuff inside of it. It's physical pinball, right?
Yeah.
So it will be premium shipping. So it's
is it coming?
Expensive.
Is it coming to Walmart?
Well, that's what it's saying. They're saying they're going to have it out to retailers around.
They have to, Brad. I think they're using this Kickstarter as a proof of concept to go to retailers because they can't afford to ship these things out one at a time. They have to have the retailers absorb it.
Yeah, exactly.
Skull Joe says $7.99 is intriguing.
Yep.
Kickstarters feel hit and miss though.
He's right. Yep.
The last Kickstarter I did was iArcade, I think.
Yeah, and the good news about Kickstarter is they do not charge you unless it's successful.
Delivers. It has to deliver. Yeah. Indiegogo they charge you, but not Kickstarter.
Right.
Let's see. Was the $7.99? I don't think it's going to include shipping.
No, they've not mentioned.
I don't think it's going to include the shipping for $7.99.
We will know. We'll know March 11th. Is what he said. Is what Peter said.
Yeah.
How much is? You think it's going to be $200 to ship it? I know AtGames Pinball is $100, but that is heavily offset. Like I don't know how much of that they absorb.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it's way over $100 because that AtGames 4K Pinball is a monster. It is heavy. It's definitely heavy. I don't know how much it weighs, but you can tell when you play it, it's a pretty heavy machine. It doesn't move around a lot. You can nudge it and stuff, but it's pretty heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? It stinks, and you put it on Facebook and maybe lose $100. I mean, I don't think if you did take this journey that you would completely be to use Arcade 1-Up, assed out and lose all your money
at the early bird price for sure.
At the early bird price, exactly.
The early bird price is $7.99.
Yeah, you would be okay to dump that and run on Facebook if there was a situation.
You heard it right here. It's a dump and run.
Dump and run.
Dump and run.
Extra's about $150.
So they have a topper for $150.
Yeah, but what if you want them all? Like if you wanted the whole package?
Do you think it'll sell out?
That much.
Exactly.
It'll sell out?
Yeah, the first 100 will sell out.
First 100 will go quick because of the deal.
Yeah. And then after that, the
5100 will
$849 is
work.
unlimited, which it has
So-
to be.
I know you didn't show it, Brad, but they also have an option where if you buy 2 of them, you get 2 of them for $800 a piece.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah, you
another
get the
way for
800
like you and a
if you buy
friend
two.
could get
Yeah,
on
you and
in
a
on it
friend
and
that
still
wanna
get it
buy 'em.
$800.
Yeah.
That is if you want to both get them for 800. Yeah. Yeah, the key plunger looks cool. Actually, you know what? I ran out of spaces to put stuff when I was making the show. I maxed out the amount of resources I could put in here. So I was going to take some pictures of that, but I just don't have any more spots open for photos. So that was our talk about Wonderland pinballs. Anything else they want to add?
I mean, they're
Nope.
headed on the right path. I mean, they're showing stuff. Everything's improving with every update. They just need to show the game. just show the game.
They need to show the game before
That's it.
the pre-order goes live. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only speak for myself too. I have a short attention span. Like AtGames Pinball has 200 plus games, and like I'll play a game for a while, but after a little while, I want to play something different, right?
Yep.
So like I feel like when you have just that one game, unless it's like Attack from Mars or Creature from the Black
Exactly.
Lagoon, unless the game is something you really really love, you better love it because like it just plays that one game, right?
Yep. And you don't know, Brad, if these ramps are going to hook you once you get the hang of it. And you can ramp that thing 10 times out of 10. You're going to get bored of the game probably. So that's another factor. And we don't know how it plays or what the code is or what the rule sets are. So to your point, until they show all this, there's way more questions.
Well, a very wise person once told me that you should never, ever pre-order. Who told me that? Who says that? Who says never ever pre-order? I don't know who says that.
That would be
Who
us.
says that, Nix? Who says that?
Don't pre-order.
Who says don't pre-order?
Which is why it's hard for me to like lean towards pre-ordering this. There's just too many unknowns with this thing. And like Carlos said in the chat, just wait. Get it at retail. Yeah, you might pay more, but at least you're getting a product at that point, and you're not just, betting on it for $200 savings.
And that's the thing. Do we want to just go by what it looks like or how it plays? Because so much of pinball is about how the game plays, right? You can have a beautiful pinball machine, and it can play, like Dookie. It can be beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm not going to point out any of these AtGames, certain tables, but like a table can be beautiful. But if it doesn't flow good, if it doesn't play good, it might not be worth playing, right? I mean, it might be one that you kind of just sits in the background for a long time.
Yep.
Game Freak says pre-ordering is the devil. Thank you. Ray Delatorre says if you're going to invest in something, invest in Papa Brad, and that's going to get you a super chat. Here we go. Here's Kung Fu Grip. Here's
What's super chat?
Kung Fu Grip Papa. My goodness, Psylocke is looking really good. She's looking good.
Ray.
She has a lot of personality. There you go. Yes. Hey, you got to give the people what they want. And I'll tell you who was great at making these kind of Brooklyn Menace. Always had the coolest. Shout out to Brooklyn Menace. He's got an open invite. He can come on whenever he wants.
I still hope he brings his counselors back.
Yeah. Psylocke needs some video game Vegas lip lock.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my goodness, the trouble we're getting in. Okay, so it's time to actually move on to the next thing. We're rolling right along. I'm trying to get us out of here. Let's see the next thing on the agenda. It's time to talk about pinball. Okay, pinball. Let's talk about our tournaments real quick. This is Party Zone. We got Arcade Talk, Kristen Steps, Amuse to Death, Dave LB, Sacro, Chaotic BPR on the leaderboards, Retro Tech X, YO. And these were the top players of the Party Zone. We just played the Party Zone. Party Zone, top players. Then it was Papa Brad. House of Hounds beat Papa Brad. Valley Dern. Nix with the third place. Chalada Love. Look at that score. Almost double the next one. Chalada Love is a true. We got the true wizards. Chalada Love bringing some massive heat. And at the very top, you want to say that name for me? Chaotic, say that name for me. We know who that man is. Who is that man?
Mad Ben Han.
Respect.
Damn.
I got to meet Mad Ben
grinding table.
Play against him. He is a true wizard, and I'm so glad that I get to compete with the Battle of the Streamers and with all the players. And that is very exciting. And we got more pinball action coming up, right? Chaotic with Battle of Streamers Season 2 is starting.
That's correct.
So that's going to be very exciting. Okay. The next thing I want to show is I want to show the poll that I decided I'll let you pick our pinball tables. You know, while AtGames is, I think we're picking a good pick for this week. Here's our pick for this week. Here's how people voted. I know they picked my favorite.
Brad, the fix is in on that one.
we got Fishtails with 19%. Fishtails, I'm jinxed. Every time I turn a camera on to film something, I can't play. But I swear I get good scores. But I can't. Whenever I film it, I tank. We got the Addams Family, Monster Bash. We're in the poll. Black Lagoon won with 33%. So our next pinball table. Here's the QR code. You can also look in the description of this video. Let's talk about the show. We use iScored. It has a QR code. You just scan that with your phone. You can play on AtGames Pinball. You can play on Pinball Effects on any console. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox, even the Switch. Because you're gonna actually just take a picture of your score. And you're going to submit your score for Creature from the Black Lagoon. I did set up a room in Pinball Effects. My friends that want to play on Pinball Effects, this is the code for the room for Pinball Effects. I don't know why they did this too. Now it's a lot harder because now we have uppercase and lowercase letters, but it's capital LNO1 PLHXJX. But actually, you know, when you go in Pinball Effects, if you just start scrolling through the players, you'll see Papa Brad's Gaming. Just enter that if you want to enter in Pinball Effects. You still have to shoot a photograph of your score to be eligible for the contest, okay? So you still need to shoot a photo after you're done playing. Creature from the Black Lagoon, one of my all-time favorite tables. And I actually got some special permission. Can you believe that, Chaotic? Have you ever seen the original movie, Creature from the Black Lagoon?
Very long time ago.
It is a classic. It really is a good movie. I love the theme of this one, especially this version. You know, I don't know if you saw this version of the creature that I saw, but it was pretty awesome. You know, he's kind of the life of the party, wearing a fishbowl on his head. I want to teach you right now, real quick. I partner with Quick Ass Pinball Tutorials, and they're going to teach you in a few minutes how to kick this game's butt. How do you play Creature of the Black Lagoon where you can actually put down some really good scores? And we're going to watch that video. I did get permission, so I'm going to play this video. How do you play Creature from the Black Lagoon? I know Chaotic knows because I've seen him play. He's a very good player. Yeah. You remember playing Creature? I did end up beating you on that one. That was one of the few ones that I beat you. But Creature, I've seen you play. I know that you know what's going on with it, and you're a good player. So, but hold on. I got too many resources. I got to scroll down. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Here it is. Okay.
Welcome to Creature from the Black Lagoon, the game all about trying to get laid at the movies. Come on. By the end of this video, you're going to be an absolute pro. This table's all about jackpots and multi-balls, so let's get into it. Let's talk about the play field. Over here on the left, you have the kiss shot. After that, you have your snack bar scoop, followed by the slide shot over here on the right. And then you have your first ramp. This is great for multi-ball shots. Then you have your secondary ramp, I ignore it. And then finally you have that move that car right here in the center. So let's start with the skill shot here. So you have your blinking kiss lights, and when the ball rolls around the back, you'll collect the letters that are lit. You can basically get your F in film right away, and if you don't hit that skill shot just right, you're gonna have a bunch of extra shots over at the kiss orbit to collect your F in film. If you collect all the letters of film, you'll be able to start multi-ball. So here we're trying to collect all the letters in kiss, and once all of those are lit, you will get a kiss, and then you have your first letter.
That's what I'm talking about.
I, and so just hit these snack bar targets, and then you've collected it. Right here is if you want to collect the reward. Pro tip, spam the flippers if you want to choke this guy. Collecting L is about the paid rollovers up top, so shoot it up the middle here, and it'll build your bonus. You'll get move that car, and what you're trying to do is collect all these letters up here, and then you'll get your L. M is just all about shooting the slide, and then you're done. If you spell film sequentially, you'll get an extra 8 million. So that's how you collect film, so let's talk about multi-ball. This is a 2-ball multi-ball started by shooting at either one of these orbits. Now you're going to see that light blinking right there, and that lets you know it's ready to be collected. Once you've started, you want to shoot at one of these 3 shots to try to find the creature, and you know, it's all random. So right there, he wasn't in there. Now it's one of these 2 shots. And, you know, sometimes you can feel like Batman, where you're just trying to find this girl, you know, not in that left shot, so we know the creature's in the right shot now. So once we find the creature on that right shot, this center shot will be to rescue the girl and to collect the jackpot. So you're going to see that happen in quick succession here. 1, 2, you know, and now the ball's going to pop out and we will collect our jackpot right there. So that's the basic sequence right there. And after that, you're going to want to shoot it up the center to build your pops to light Super Jackpot, which is the same shot. Collecting Super Jackpot will double your jackpot value for the rest of the game. So this is a great way to double your score and double your score and double your score. And speaking of doubling your scores, this creature ramp right here, just send the ball up there and then, you know, nudge it around this funnel here. And as you spell creature, you will get 2x playfield for the duration of the multi-ball. So that applies towards jackpots and super jackpots, and you can score like 1 billion points very easily in multi-ball. So that is multi-ball. That's where all of your points are. Move That Car has the second highest amount of points, and it's just hitting this shot over and over again. And, you know, it starts with the base value, and then it gives you times 2, times 3, times 4. So the high score you can get on this is 80 million, and it's also great because it builds your jackpot. These movie ramp rewards are a little less important. You know, it's cool to know where to shoot if those rewards pop up for some reason, but all of your points are going to come from collecting film and starting that multi-ball. It's the same thing with the slide rewards, except for this is a shot you need to collect M. So you're going to see these pop up a little bit more. So you can grab these as you go if you want to, but I like to concentrate on film, on the multi-ball, and Move That Car. Those are the keys to this game. That's how you score points.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
That's pretty much exactly how you can play Creature from the Black Lagoon. Get those big fat scores. Check out my video on my channel. There's a Creature from the Black Lagoon. This is a popular video I have on the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Of course, it's based on the Universal monster movie, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Absolute black and white classic. Have tons of experience playing this game. Pinball Effects, Pinball Effects 3, and also playing it in the real world, playing it in arcades, playing the actual Creature from the Black Lagoon pinball machine as shown here. This is one I've been anxiously anticipating since buying the Legends 4K pinball. To me, this is the most important table that AtGames will release because it's probably in my top couple pinball tables of all time. It's one of my favorites. So we're going to dig into some gameplay. We're going to give Frankie a break. We're going to start off with a pretty basic challenge. Can I raise the creature and get him to walk across the playfield? Of course, this is where all the magic is in this table. It's a 2-ball multi-ball. And you're basically searching for the creature in the tunnels. There's 3 spots you can sink the ball, and the creature has been hiding in one of the spots. Here he comes. He's coming out of the table. Look how cool this is. I mean, how can you not love this? I mean, this is fantastic. You got the creature walking across the table. I just lost the ball, but you got 10 seconds to shoot the ball into the snack bar. If you can fire it into the snack bar, you can save your multi-ball. You get one chance to do that. Hold it off. We try to hold the balls and the flippers so we can get to see the creature for a while. The game is playing flawlessly and predictably. Here's the game in the 300 millions. And it's time for a word from our sponsor, Creature Crunch. It turns the milk green. So
Nice.
we're going to talk about our second pinball for the week. Talk about the placings. We got Chaotic BPR. This was for Zancor Deluxe. Chaotic BPR, House of Hounds, Retro Tech X, Papa Bread. Like I thought 130, that's a pretty good score. And then what happened? Then this happened. Then this happened. Boom! This is the other half of the list.
Jesus, what?
136 from Wyo. T. McCloskey comes in, gives Papa Brad an education. 156 million, right? Ballydurn, 160 million.
What?
Dave LB, 188 million. And then, from playing on the PC, Ace comes in. Look at the score.
Ace, I'm going to need you to
Is that
explain.
real?
A gajillion. What is that? So Ace definitely took this one by a mile. So
What was this, a 2-hour game?
yeah, you
Yeah,
can look at
right?
the photo. It's from Steam playing.
Wow.
But incredible competition. Bring your A game, you know.
Damn.
And I was pleasantly surprised that everyone brought their A game. There was some superstar playing. You know, I thought the 130 was good. I thought, man, I'm gonna do good on this. I'm gonna be number one. I'm not even on the bottom half of the list. So
That's almost 2 billion.
our next game we're gonna play that is a not a Zen pinball will be Cue Ball Wizard. Of course, you could play this on your AtGames pinball. It's on the HD or on the 4K. Have you played Cue Ball Wizard, Chaotic BPR?
Of course.
What do you think about that game? I like the game a lot.
It's a classic, dude. It's actually really
Fun.
good.
It's fun. Yeah. Stop talking and start chalking, right?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Cue Ball Wizard, Nix? I know that's one of your favorites.
Oh, I love it. I love the side ramp, shooting it up and around, and having it bounce around at the top, the bumpers and everything, and then going for that cue ball shot and the multi-ball that it has. It's a very fun table. Lots of laughs.
So once again, I'll put
Western
the QR
theme.
code up real big right here. Our non-Zen pinball table for this week. We start Creature from the Black Lagoon as our Zen table. Non-Zen is going to be Cue Ball Wizard. There's the code. And that's the non-Zen table. So those are our two pinball tables.
Brett, can I just say something? I don't know if the chat's aware of this, but when I scan your QR code, I save that as a bookmark, and then you just pull it up and put your score. You don't have to scan. Yeah.
You have to scan each time. And in the description of this video, there's a direct QR code that takes you to each game. So, like, let's say you want to just play, like, Creature from the Black Lagoon. You can go into the description of this video and click on that one. It'll take you right to the leaderboards for that one.
Yep.
I got a super chat from, believe it or not, G-Force guy.
G-Force
guy, man, he has turned over a new leaf. This goes out to Kev because of that shirt.
Shout out to you, G-Force.
Anything with dragons on it is cool in his book.
I got this at Too Many Games with Brooklyn Menace. They had a big shirt table there, so I picked this up for $20. And shout out to G-Force. He's got a nice little VR channel cooking there, Brad. I don't know if you've checked it out, but he's making good content over there.
Yeah. I think you always should give people second chance, right? People second. He seems to have turned things around quite a bit, which I like. It's really great to see. We got Retro Tech X here. He's in here for the drawing's coming up. Retro
He's
Tech.
He's like, dudes,
he might be winning. He is an
excellent
money player. He's in the battle of the streamers. He has a great channel. Go check out his channel, especially if you love AtGames Pinball like I do. He's got a great channel. We got Wingo here, Chilada Love, Carlo. Okay, I'm trying to catch up to the chat here. Okay, so it's time. It's time, guys. It's time. It's time.
Giving away that money.
It's time. It's time. It's time for the big event. Here we go. Dun dun.
Oh,
We give out some $25 gift cards to AtGames.
make it rain. Let's go.
Yeah, here's how it's gonna work.
Oh no, he's old
Here's
school
how
in
it's
it.
gonna work.
Chaotic.
We're
Look at
old
this.
school here.
Trick or
We're
treat.
old school. I'm gonna show everyone their name as it goes into Frankie's mouth.
Oh, that's
And
hilarious.
I'm gonna shout out all the people that played this week. There are so many people that played. You know, we had close to 40 scores the first week.
Wow.
People said, "Oh, you're doing a show about gaming, no one will watch." We have 40 players. So I'm gonna make myself full screen so you can see your name go into Frankie. I'm just gonna call out these players. These players dropped the score this week. First player, Mad Ben.
And Han.
Woo.
Go. Look at this, Retro Tech X. In you go. These are people that play games in the community that are actually putting these are people that will post a score. Carl,
Carl. There he goes.
mouth.
Get in the mouth.
Into the mouth, man. Into Frankie's mouth. I'm gonna shake him up. We don't know who's gonna win.
Amused death.
Just to death.
Gregory.
Calling all ballers.
There he
Calling
goes.
all ballers group leader. Look at this guy. Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Chaotic.
Chaotic
In the
BPR.
house.
Good luck.
Posting those scores.
We have the Wizard of Zachariah Pinball.
Damn.
He
We
aced it.
have another wizard. You're gonna get to know this guy. Chalala.
Hello.
Okay. I couldn't fit all on this. This is high scores on tap. High scores on tap. I couldn't write all that on here. My marker wasn't right, but I could write this one just fine. Some great scores this week.
Next.
I know
Next.
that you could not beat me in
There he
Berserk,
goes.
but next week is Mr. Do, and I think he's going to blow me away. Because I've
he
seen
probably-
him play that game.
yeah.
He is a wizard at
Uh-oh.
Mr. Do. We got Wyo. I'm sorry, it's taking a while. I want everyone to make sure that they see it's fair. We got Team Across.
T.
We got okay.
Ow!
We got kevgret.
Yo.
I'm speeding up.
Berserk.
We got Dave LB. I want to make sure everyone sees their name. I'm going to pull 2 in a row.
Dave.
If you win, you'll get a $25 AtGames gift card. I did buy them today. They're all set to go.
Yay.
Steps Gaming. Just contact me. I'll put up a lot of you I know, so I might not need to contact. If it's someone I don't know, I'll put up a email where you can get in touch with me. This guy is a great arcade gamer, Sacro.
Sacro. Legend.
Some action from Sacro on these leaderboards. He can
He's
play.
on, I think he owns every iArcade leaderboard, Brad.
Last but not least, we got Papa
Papa.
Brad. Oh, not last but least, we got our very first
House of
Wizard.
Hounds.
Yes.
House
House
of
to house.
Hounds. We had a wizard, first pinball wizard we had come on the show. Okay, so we got him all on Frankie. Okay,
Shake it up.
we'll make it fair. Y'all can see. I cannot tell who I'm picking. Okay, y'all ready? Here we go. First winner is ta-da! Wyo.
Wyo.
First winner. Okay, Wyo. And I have a Discord too, Papa Brad's Game. Second winner is. Good luck, guys. Oh my goodness.
Oh no! You got to redraw that, Brad.
Yeah,
I give it back.
You did
I
play.
give it
You were
back.
eligible, but if you're giving back,
I'm giving back. Let someone
Thank
else
you.
win. Thank you,
yeah,
Brad.
you're a gentleman. Thank you so
Let's
much.
go. Let's see another name.
Let me scramble them up.
Scramble them up.
Scramble them up.
Who's it gonna be? Oh,
Steps
Oh, that's
Steps.
gaming.
Steps Gaming.
Steps.
There you go.
There
So
we
Wyo
go.
and Steps Gaming.
See, you don't even have to put good scores, Brad. Just play.
No, you got to just play.
Just play.
Play. You could be dead
think-
last.
I think Steps was like 1,000 points in Berserk.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta play. You just gotta
There
play.
you go.
So we got Wyo and Steps Gaming.
Beautiful.
Wyo
Congrats,
has
Steps.
know me on Discord, but if not, you can reach me. I'll put an email up too. We did a poll for what arcade game should we play next, and this was how the poll was. Our choices were Centipede, Galaga, Puyan, and Mr. Do. It's pretty tight. I thought Galaga was going to win.
Yeah, so did I.
Galaga had some legs. Galaga
Wow.
got 41%, and Mr. Do just squeaked by with 52%. Okay, these are all 3 games you can play this week.
Nice.
So if you want to play the games, these are the QR codes for Mr. Do, Creature from the Black Lagoon, and Pinball Wizard. Okay. Want to give a shout out to some other groups. Then we're going to talk some AtGames news, and we're going to play Mr. Do, and that'll be the show. Shout out to Calling All Ballers. They had a Popeye tournament. Sacro came in first. Team Crosby came in second. Papa Brad getting in third with some Popeye from Calling All Ballers. If you're not familiar, Calling All Ballers is yet another place where you can play pinball tournaments. And guess what? Kevgret. It's for free. Doesn't cost you anything. All you gotta do is play. You want to play games? It's out there. All you gotta do is play, right?
You play, you win.
Just play.
That's all you gotta do is play. So, and let's see here. Speaking of playing, pretty soon we'll be playing some golf. It's coming.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
So, last but not least, we're going to talk a little quick AtGames news. Oh my God. Cover your ears, Kevgret. Cover your ears. Cover your ears. We're talking some AtGames here.
Mute.
Okay. Excuse me. Well, wait a minute. Let me see here. Let me fix this. Hold on. Okay. We're going to talk about AtGames next.
There you go.
No, but seriously, the AtGames news, really the big thing for me, this is a big deal. They have the ALUs coming to Sam's. And Chaotic is pretty much firsthand knows about this, but the new ALU is going to be coming to Sam's Club, which is pretty exciting because it's been a while since they've had the ALU at Sam's. Look at that. He's got an ALU right behind him. It looks beautiful, Chaotic. You just got him. What do you think of it?
Love it, dude.
ALU, huh?
I'm actually really super impressed with it. It's a great
awesome,
system.
huh?
I like it a lot.
It is a great system.
It's my first one. The 4KP was my first ever AtGames product, so this is my second, and I love this thing. This thing's great.
Wait till you see what it can do, Chaotic. It can do anything you want.
I know. I got a Legion Go, so I'm gonna hook that up to it, so I can play Steam fighting games and stuff with it.
You can play all the games on that mug, and the thing is, with that too is let me remove this just for a minute. The thing with the AtGames is there's a myth that you don't have to buy anything to play all these games either. You literally just plug in a flash drive and you're off to the races. You're playing Robotron. You'll be playing all the classics. All it requires is a little bit of searching, and it's all out there. And you do not have to buy anything. There's YouTubers that keep saying you have to buy the special features or advanced features. You only need that if you want to connect it to a PC. You do not have to buy anything to play games that are UCE files. So there's a big myth, and it keeps getting pushed. But I don't know why, because you don't need to have that to play the games. You know, if you just want to play the games, you can play the games. Did you have anything you wanted to add on that? Because I feel like there's a lot of miscommunication.
No, like you said, it's very easy.
It's very easy. Okay. And, there's a lot you can do with the ALU. So I'm excited about the ALU deal. That's going to be at Sam's. We're going to talk very quick. Kevgret, I'm going to keep this to a minimum because I know what a fan you are of AtGames.
I'm good.
But this is the calendar. And, basically we've got Zen Studios title on the 19th. I have a feeling that's going to be a 3-pack. Now, I know you can't talk because you might even know what it is, Chaotic. But it is exciting. It is exciting that we are getting a
Zen. Type it in the private chat.
I hope it's a 3-pack because it feels like they want to keep it where they have one pinball game per week. If it was a 3-pack, that would enable that. And then we've got Primal Carnage, which is a retro table.
Mm-hmm.
So that's coming out. They got the Sam's deal, $4.99, and you can get a bunch of coupons. They have $50 off ArcadeNet, $50 off the Quad Play. Quad Play is a 4-player deck, 4-player control panel that goes into it if you want that. $50 off Bit LCD, which is a great system. It's like you can see on mine when you see it, it's just a marquee.
That's my next purchase. It's
like a screen that
you need that, Chaotic.
It's really nice. And then the advanced features, which you only need if you want to hook a PC up to it to play games from your PC. That does cost $50, but you don't need that to play arcade games. That's a myth.
Correct.
And then advanced features, I'm not even sure if there's much to do on the ALU. Is there much to even do with that yet with advanced features? I know with the the 4K pinball, they have the VP. They have some kind of thing you can get, right? But not
VPX
with the
standalone,
with the VPX standalone on the 4K pinball. But I don't know if there's anything yet out for the ALU
No.
CEHD. So we got all that going on. We got let's see here. There's the Primal Carnage table. The Flipper Friends tables for this week are Trolls, Discovery Pinball, Space Invaders, Genie, and Future World. But let's face it. I mean, you could play Creature from the Black Lagoon right here. I think we got one of the best tables that you could play right here on Retro Legends. But I play all these tables. Still waiting for that music for Jurassic Park. We're waiting for that music at game. Any day now, you can drop that on us, that Jurassic Park music. I'm hoping for some Boba Fett. Look at Boba Fett with the kitties.
Oh,
we need to get some Boba Fett on the AtGames pinball. Come on now, that's supposed to be one of the first Star Wars packs, and that's a fun table. And we're almost done here. Quick Evercade news. I know me and kevgret, we're big into the Evercade, so I'm gonna flip you up here just for a sec. Evercade news. kevgret, what do you think about this?
Love it.
Think about this? Dip switches finally.
Dip switches.
Dip switches. Now, dip switches. Can you explain to people what they are? Some people might not even know. What is a dip switch, kevgret? What is a dip switch?
So in the arcades, the dip switches is when you can kind of go back into the brains of the machine and change things about the game, make it harder, change the lives, change different things, but you can't access them as a user. So Evercade has taken their arcade collections to a higher level, and they're now enabling these dip switches inside of the arcade collection. So shout out to Evercade. They're making their arcade collection that more attractive. And I believe it's going to go in the beta and then it'll go out. And so this is just free. You don't have to pay for this.
Yeah, it's free. It doesn't cost anything.
Nothing. So
I did a video on my channel that nobody at all is watching, but Evercade does have dip switches. To me, I was excited. As a huge fan of arcade gaming, these arcade games were made to take your quarters.
Yes.
And it allows you to make it where some of the games are more fun to play. But I have a video on my channel to explain everything you'd ever want to know about dip switches on the Evercade. So if you're interested, check out my video on it.
And, totally did not expect that, Brad, for them to do something like that. Like I did not see dip switches in our future. Yeah, so
we still got a lot of releases coming. If you're into Evercade, here's this calendar. We've got Broken Sword and Indy 4. Actually, they sent me mine's on the way.
Yep, mine's on the way.
I'm waiting for mine. We got Atari and Tomb Raider. Collection 2 with Last Revelation and Tomb Raider. Is it Chronicles? The other one?
I thought it was Chronicles.
I think it is Chronicles. So we got those coming soon. If you're into Evercade, check out my Evercadians channel. It's 99% Evercade. kevgret, I'm cheating. I'm sneaking some Atari on there, but I gotta get people watching the channel. But it's a slow drip with the Evercade as far as the news, so I have a hard time putting out Evercade content. This was a big thing too. I don't know if you follow this, but they went away from the game of the month, and they're doing a highlight of the month. And I'm not sure how I feel about this because I have a complete set. So I have all these games, Evercade. I have all these games. You're giving me games I already have.
Give me something new. Plus, that game doesn't play well. It's Midnight Resistance. It's not even something I play often because of the control scheme on that thing. So, they're being cheap. Give us more games.
Retrotex loves the Evercade. I do too. I really like the Evercade.
Nice.
He said he's got the Indy 4 and the Tomb Raider 45 purchased. Awesome. I didn't know you were into Evercade, Retrotech X. Brooklyn Menace says, I'm playing through Broken Sword when it gets here. Mine is on the way too. It's a console version, so it plays fine. Okay. And that was pretty easy for the Evercade news. Those are really the big things. It's time to play arcade games, I think. We're about there. So we're going to talk about, first, a flashback. Let's look at some things that were popular when this game was out. kevgret, when this game was out, here's a flashback. Here are some things that were popular. I don't know how. Maybe Chaotic BPR might not have. Did you live through the 80s? Are you a kid of the 90s or the 80s?
I'm a kid of the 90s. I was born in
Kid of the
84.
90s. So we're going to give you a little retro education here on some old school things. You might know some of these things, but you might not remember all these things. Okay.
Right.
So here we go. This is what was popular when Mr. Do came out. To give you an idea. Ooh, look at that. A wood grain masterpiece. How about that?
I had one
Everyone
of these.
had that. Everyone had the wooden box with your cassette tapes, right?
I had one of these.
Look at the Beaches soundtrack in there.
Yeah, you got all the good stuff, and you got some
Cocktail.
cheap
New Kids on the Block.
This was a masterpiece in the 80s, man. And we were living high at home, man. We wanted to play some really good home games. I'm not gonna say arcade. We'll play some really good home games. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so
this is
one of my
this is
favorite
what
games
gaming looked like.
This is
what
awesome.
Gaming looked like in the 80s, right? Empire Strikes Back, Atari. And you know what? There's always a great place to go when you're looking for some home stereo equipment. Who doesn't want to go to Kmart?
Oh my
and
god!
Go to the home stereo swap meet and pick up their boombox, because we know that boomboxes are the ultimate way to listen to music. Okay, and if I'm
have you seen the boombox at Sam's for $40?
No, I haven't. Is it awesome?
It looks like one of those.
Yeah, it looks just like those.
Looks like one of those. Like one of these. That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that would definitely be cool. So, and then last but not least, not to make you feel old, but let's take a look at this one. I just had to put this one in there too. If you don't feel old yet, here's your childhood behind glass in a museum. And you can see these are all the consoles, popular video game consoles in order, right? Starting with the Bally Astrocade. Look at that. I see an Atari 7800. Sega Master System, Dreamcast,
N64.
So there you go.
Wow.
Okay, so once again, that was last week. Okay, so our next game is Mr. Do. Our next game is Mr. Do. Who wants to go first? Who wants to play first? We're going to play some Mr. Do.
We should see Nix or Chaotic if they're.
No, me. I'm about to bounce, guys. I'm
okay.
about to fall asleep.
Nix and Chaotic look like they're ready to go.
Okay.
No, I've been up since 4 o'clock, and it's like almost 10:30 where I'm at. I'm getting tired. I'm not.
Brad, you want to go, or do you want to play? Well. Do you want to play it all then, or what? What do you want to do?
Y'all show me how it's done. I've never played Mr. Do before.
I can try.
Well, I wanted to see Nix because Nix is a good player. But,
I know. I'm
not going to play.
Nix is going to laugh at my score. Nix is, having.
Okay. You want to go first, kevgret?
Yeah, I'll try it. So I'm going to put me on mute, and then I'm going to join from the laptop and just zap me in, okay?
Okay, yeah, I'll zap you in.
I got to turn my lights out so you can see the screen. So
Awesome.
Me really hard,
believe me, it won't be that long.
Awesome.
Chaotic.
Take that one off screen.
I'm going to basically try to show you how to play. It's not complicated, but it can get hard fast. So I'm going to try to score chase here, and basically you're going to see me try to eat all the fruits. And when you eat all the fruits at once, you get 500 point bonus. So I'm going to try to score chase. Okay, so let's go see how bad I am.
Yeah, I absolutely love Mr. Do. It's a great game. Good luck, kevgret.
Thanks, guys.
Give you good luck. Team McCloskey.
Oh, come on.
Hopefully he'll drop a score in our leaderboards, but he's very good at this game.
I'm trying to get the cake to show up. You need the cake.
Woo.
There it is. So I ate all the fruit. When you eat all the fruit, Chaotic, the board ends, and I shouldn't have done that. That was horrible.
Okay.
So you want to extend the board as much as possible. So the board ends either when you kill all the guys or eat all the fruit. And there's extra letters that fly around, so you want to go get this letter. So you didn't want to do that.
Okay.
So what you want to do now is just basically try to get another 10,000 to make it respectable. And so I'm going to try to get the... I need to get that bread down there. So that bread will freeze the board and it'll bring out the extra guy with an extra.
Yeah.
And so you got to shoot these guys.
but these guys are faster. See how it takes a while for the bullet to refresh, Chaotic?
Oh, okay.
You'll notice that you don't get another bullet until it hits something, but it does take a second or two for it to refresh. Nice drop of the apple. He took one out. It's got some of the gameplay of of Dig Dug, but it also has some add-ons.
It's a little more complicated than Dig Dug.
Yeah, it's more complicated. If you spell extra, you get an extra man. So you want to get the letters if you can, but you don't want to lose a life to get a letter. It's not that valuable. Now, when a fruit appears in the middle where the enemies come out of, it will freeze them all. And you want to use that, too, as a strategy. Like right now, you can get that. Everyone will freeze. Enemies will come out wherever the letter is. And he gets it. Now we go back to regular gameplay.
Ah!
Oh, he needs the bullet. He needs the bullet. Nice recovery.
Ah!
Nice recovery. He's got this. He's only got two left.
Ah, should have got that points. I'm going to get... There. Slight recovery there.
Got a good score going on. Got 27, 250 points. Kevgret's coming on strong. I don't even know.
I had a bad couple guys there, Brad, but I'll learn.
Yeah, you're doing good, though. Remember, you can play the arcade game all week. Our arcade game for this week is Mr. Do. There's a direct link to the high score boards in the description of this video. You can also scan the QR code.
Ah, there you go. 30,000. It's not good, but not bad. My highest is 48,000 in the corner there. You can see it.
30,800.
30,000, Brad. Not that good. I wasted a guy, if you ask me, but not bad. I'll get better. Okay. I'll come back over.
Okay. If you want, drop that score in the leaderboard so at least you have a starting score.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. So, I'll take a picture. Yeah, I'll leave the leaderboard up.
Good stuff.
Yes, we do. There's the QR code. You can play it this week. We've got, here's the QR codes for all three games. Shout out to T. McCloskey. We got the Arcade Talk Show tournament still going on. I think KaoticBPR likes this one.
It's one of my favorite real tables.
For Arcade Talk.
Wow.
And here's all the information. It's on Pinball Effects. There's the code. You can screenshot that. You can join us on Pinball Effects. And one of the things I want to remind people is like, there's Flipper Friends, but there's also alternative ways to play tournaments that are free that can still be a lot of fun. And you can play some of the maybe there's a game that you like Black Knight 2000 or Creature from the Black Lagoon. Maybe one of the other groups is playing something you really love. So, I'm addicted. I'll play in all the tournaments. You know that, right? Right, KaoticBPR?
Yep, that's right.
I love playing. I'll show up and I'll play in any of them. So I like that. I like the competitive element of it, and I think that's great. But, make sure you check out Calling All Ballers and also the Arcade Talk tournament, as well as AtGames Flipper Friends. That's right. There's Ball Buddies and Plunger Pals. That's right. That's right. The Black Knight 2000 soundtrack is great. That game is hard, KaoticBPR.
Yes, it is.
2000. Yeah, I got the multi-ball though, and I was pretty giddy when that multi-ball kicked off. Finally, it actually had something happen. I was pretty giddy, but that is. It's all about
staying in the upper play field. That's where you get all your points from.
Yeah, you do all those loops, and it has the animations with the knight are really cool from Zen Pinball. So, that is pretty much the show. We started with 4, 3 survived.
We got 3.
we ended up with 3 at the end, but 3 survived.
We hope Nix is surviving somewhere, Brad.
Yeah, I hope so. And that is the show. Thank you so much, KaoticBPR. Awesome. Thank you so much. It's so great having you on. Appreciate you coming on. You want to talk a little bit about? If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to KaoticBPR. Let's get them to that 1,000.
Yeah,
that magic number. And you want to talk a little bit about your show? I know you have a show you do.
Yeah, so every Thursday night, when there's a table released for it at AtGames, me and Six, we do Yo Retro, which covers mostly AtGames stuff. We do that pretty much every Thursday that we can. I'm gonna start doing more content on this guy now. Now that I got my little handheld PC, I can hook it up to it. So stay tuned for that, and I'll show y'all how we can do some cool stuff on that. If you got any tips for me, please share them to me. I really appreciate all the help I can get. This whole thing's kind of new to me, so I really appreciate everybody that's out there. If you want to, man, please subscribe to me. I really appreciate it. Get me to that thousand hump.
Yep. And I'll be dropping a gazillion videos, so be on the lookout. I drop videos like all the time. So I'm a machine, kevgret.
Yes, you are. I'm gonna go live Sunday again, playing Silver Strike, trying to get 700. Is this the week that I get it? I've been playing for the last 4 or 5 weeks. So stop in, guys. I try to play early afternoon on Sundays. I got close last time, but could this be the weekend I get 700 and join the Rexer show? So that's what I got going on, Brad.
Y'all got your legendary battles going on.
Oh, it's crazy.
You know? And real gamers like to compete. We show up, we have fun, we play games, we compete. And thanks everyone for tuning in. This has been Retro Legends.
Awesome.
I'm gonna send us out with this.
Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
How do you like that?
Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory.
Everybody, Atari Matt, give it up for Atari
Episode 2 out the way! Booyah!